welcome to another tier list. We got a tier list over all of the different skins and characters in Town of Salem 2 courteous of the Lore Master, aka Kaz. Look at all these. How does that look on stream? That's a lot. So, here's how this is going to work. We're just going to talk. I scrolled too high. There we go. All right. First, we have the Bard skins. I'm going to move... Oh, I'm going to attempt. Uh-oh. Why no click? That's problematic. Oh, page unresponsive. Well, that doesn't help me. We'll wait. There we go. Now it's getting its life together. If you need names, Kaz can get me names. We're gonna click Catalyst over here. I know we have Bard, and then the two different Bard skins. And Kaz can give us names as we are going. And I'm gonna make sure in the back. There we go. Lyric and Clef. I really like both of these. I guess first off, let me put up what S tier looks like. This is S tier. Sister skin. That's S tier. And let me put up one that's like F tier, so we know kind of like. We'll save F tier for later, but we can all agree that's S tier. If I'm making a tier list. That's S tier. I think we're gonna put Lyric. I'm gonna put Lyric on B tier, and I'm gonna put Clef. I think Clef is a better recolor, and so I'm gonna put Clef at A tier. I like them all really good. Definitely two very solid, and definitely way above. We got Grace Period, we do. Sit and cry. Next we have Jackie. I know that. Someone also pinged me on Discord. We got Jackie and the uglier counterpart. I think I can say that. Jackie is definitely a B tier. Definitely worse than Lyric, but still good. However, Piper, as Kaz is informing him. Colors I like. I get where it's coming from. I'm gonna put Piper at D tier though. It's just not. I would always choose Jackie over Piper, definitely. Now we got our cats. I know one is named Sabrina. I think that's one. And we have 3 cats now, courtesy of the Jester. For the April Fool's pack, which I just did a video on. That gets uploaded in like, I don't know, September. Tabitha and Cat Jester. Okay. Sabrina is like solid. Tabitha and Sabrina are pretty close. I don't know about this cat Jester. I think that I like Tabitha over Sabrina because lighter colors, and you're gonna see a theme of I prefer lighter colors, even though, well, no, I'd say like the orange yellow is better than like the dull pinks. Right. Like you could have, I like that they did it, but it hurts to score. Speaking about things that hurt, let's talk about some pirates. And a Mafioso. Francesco, Dono, and Mafioso. Mafioso is pretty good. I'm going to say Mafioso is A tier. I think Francesco is B tier. Pirate. Is it just called Pirate? It's really sad if that's just called Pirate. Yahoo. Is that red? That looks black to me. Yeah, it's just a pirate skin. Where is a Yahoo's dark red wine? Well, as a colorblind person, I disagree. So it's going in C tier. We got Death. We got Mr. Grim Reaper, who is going in like also C tier. Not a fan. I think it could probably make a pretty good We Just Lynched the Monarch. There we go. I think you can make some cool skins with that. They haven't done it yet. We got Mr. Nerd Guy. Yeah, he's going in D. I would not ever use a high S tier. If I owned, I would use Drachen. Drachen is questionable at best. Cool design, just not, it does not fit the rest of the crew. Gerald. Jackie, yes. Gerald, Gerald's getting like a C tier-ish. Just because Gerald's good for thumbnails. Oh, that's Deodat? Gerald's somewhere. Let's make sure I did my job. I did do my job. DJ did die, though. Rip DJ. Now we got Rosemary. And all of these. Let's get some of these out of the way. Rosemary's like good. I do not like the darker colors, which should not shock anyone. Not a huge fan of Mr. Dwarf Man. Rosemary, Ivy, Hermes, and Odin. But like, it's dark colored. And that like blacks and blues. I will say I'm gonna give it C because the wings are super cool. However, when you take but here's like that's the aesthetic, like compared to Rosemary, there's no comparison to Jekyll, to be fair. Is an A. Not to me. It does not fit the rest of the static. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Avery's cool. I'm surprised they've not. Oh, I guess they have because we got Nevermore. Nevermore is definitely A tier, and I think Avery's a solid B tier. Nevermore's fantastic. Then we got our arsonist brigades. I had this conversation, I think, with dragons when this guy came out. Definitely better. But you're still really good. Firebug, Zeus, and Blue Flame. Blue Flame, cool. Like the blue color blue. Zeus is all right. Speaking of all right, let's get the Guiles group. Guiles, these are good. I think it's true though. It's a good color blue. Guiles, Quarry, and I think Quarry's probably the lowest. I like Janitor, but I think the original Guiles. Do I put him S? I think I put him like towards the top of A. I think the original Guiles is cool. You see, you say that's purple, but I see that as blue, and so that dark blue just, it's weird knowing how much the regular looks like. And the janitor looks great. He looks like a proper janitor that would like he works as a janitor, but he's secretly part of the mafia. That's some like lore. There you go, Kaz. You have him, janitor, works for the mafia, but it's just like his day job is just being like custodial staff at like a corporate building. We have Martha, deputies going off. That's pretty easy. I like the yellow more than the pink. Are you getting in the fake business? Martha's cute. Yeah. Janitor is like works as a janitor, but is secretly part of the mafia. We have the hunter, who like, good for thumbnails. I'm gonna stick in like C tier. Then we got our headless horsemans. Davy. Thank you. That's correcting. I'm not huge headless horseman fans. In fact, we're gonna stick you down here. I think you're better because it's like fun themed. That is true. That is very true. And I think, yeah, I think that's where I want it. Speaking of Artemis. I agree with that. Ritualist died, by the way. Stupid Artemis and Shadow Wolf. Artemis is a solid B. Weird color for Cupid. And then I don't see a whole lot of Shadow Wolf. I'm okay with it. I think, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I agree with that. Has some choices made, but it's not bad. When we get in a 7-nation army. Who knows? Speaking of guys, I think we're gonna have our first F tier. So I just stacked them all up together. I'm not a Krampus fan. I can respect a Krampus, but I'm not a Krampus fan. However, Shinrin, Krampus, Sun Wukong, Loth, and Syphilis. F. They look hideous. And we're gonna go D. F. Yeah. They look hideous. Hey Dexter, thanks for stopping in. Yes. Definitely A. Probably would be closer to S, but I know that there's some that are coming. This is specifically because of wooden. It's an A. Oh. I think a worse recolor here. Go top of, we're gonna go there. Hello. Looks cooler. You know, is gonna get like a B tier too. Really cool skin. Do we put Robert in F because we can't get him anymore? Or do we rank Robert appropriately? Robert's good. Robert's definitely A tier. Let's do some Medusa in actions. I do need to make sure that we can see F tier. Yeah, we can see F tier. Okay. Petra, Gorgon, and Isabella. I'm not a huge Isabella fan. I like the hair color. Yes, I agree. I also do not like Gorgon. I think Petra's fine. I think Petra's C tier. But I am not... That's a weird recolor. And then I think I like the hair enough to put Isabella in D. All right, are we ready for another S tier? Ooh, it might be 2 S tiers. On Isabella, I might not main her. I mean, I like the color, it's just weird. Out of all the... speaking of some S tiers. So, A, if I was not, you know, a sister main. Hello, Consig. Also, Glenda's up here, too. I think I'm going to do... No, I'll do this, because I always check Macy now second. Your main. Branding. Now let's go with it. Macy's also good. I'm going to put Macy on the top of B. Famine, however, is gonna be like mid C. Hissling is going to be like IA. Gender changes. And then, not as much of a fan. We're gonna go the bottom of C. All right. All right, I'm gonna let Kaz catch up while we check. See, it looks like Foxy won is Coven. Samuel, McBrains, and Godfather. Yes. I talked about it when it came out. He ugly. A war one. Fun. I have to agree with that. It's Samuel like in D tier. And I think Godfather's like the end of C tier. Speaking about some spoons. You get B tier just because of your spoon. You get A tier specifically because you're really good for thumbnails. So you're like the bottom of A tier. And I don't know about you. John and Iron Chef. Yeah. Now we have actual pirate skin, which is going in like D. I'm not a huge fan. Let's talk about some leg bearer action. Kaz finally invited me. No, I have not done the plague bearer stuff yet. B, I think is fair. We're gonna move you up for your spoon. Where did I put famine? Famine was C. I think this is a better than famine. I date. We have not gotten to summer yet. And then you're kind of a guy. Kind of guys. Get higher C tier. Yeah, just went to school. Oh, thank you. Now let's get some poisoner action. And the poisoner ones aren't bad. Don't know what got voted. I didn't vote. Dealer, Condi, and poisoner. Ow. There we go. I do like card dealer. I think card dealer is ending up in A tier. I think Condi is ending up in B tier, and I think Poisoner is honestly ending up in B tier too. We can always go back and change. Nikki and Summer, hello, another S tier. Nikki's gonna go. I'm gonna change when I get there. I think Nikki's going to be. We can stick you in S tier while I'm at it. Nikki and Dusty. We're deputy, by the way, in the back. Brock and War. I'm not a huge Brock fan. I am a huge War fan, though. I think War will go in B, and we'll organize that as it goes. I think Brock's going to stay in D tier. That's not safe. Catherine will stay. I think Catherine's probably in A tier, so we'll stick Catherine in A tier for now. Speaking of people, D. We're just gonna stick people in tiers, and then I'll reorganize the tiers. I think B. Black Widow, Mary. I think Black Widow's probably B tier. Mary's D. Now, I know one's Vladimir. That much. B. I think also C. Someone knighted Kaz. Is it TT? It's TT. Interesting. Where were we? We are... I died night one. Gerald and Locke and Q. Yes. Both of these are fantastic, by the way. I think they're both gonna go up at least an A tier for now. They might be B. Pink would be proud, yes. Now we get some of the doggos. Just gonna stick them for there. There. Honestly, and it's gonna be controversial, but that's F tier. I think probably both in D2. We're gonna do that and we'll fix that. Anubis, Lupin, Husky, and Minotaur. And then last are the three witches. One I know is Coven leader. Let's go see. I think they're all C and we can change it around. I know. But like, it's controversial. I could never see myself using Anubis. And I wouldn't want to put Anubis in a thumbnail. Alright, let's go through. I think we can move some more to S tier. I think we can move these 4 to S tier. And I think that's all fair. In this order, though. Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good order. Skins in the game. I mean, I don't like the design. Again, we're talking dark colors. I could not see myself using it. I would not want to put it on a thumbnail. I do always use feminine skins because I proved this in Town of Salem 1. People generally believe female more. Whether it's name, like when I did Town of Salem 1, I did like pretty much all the time my names were females because people believed them more and they were willing to trust them more. I can't do anything in the back. I shot already. I shot 6. Let's look A tier. Killed by Rit. I think Catherine's still up here quite a ways. That's still an A tier, yeah. B tier has Macy in it. John in an A tier. I mean, John is an A tier strictly from the thumbnail portion of it. Like, you put John in a thumbnail, people click on that because they see, oh, that's the Town of Salem character. Yes, it's marketability. That's very true. B tier. Bold play, I think, way up here. Who may see. Do I like this order? I think spoon stocks are going higher. Towards the bottom. No, Nikki's good for like when you want to do Coven. IA is so good. I like this. Then we go C. You're better. I think you're better. I think you're better. I think that's a good spot. I think Godfather could go up a little bit. Talk about some vampire. Yes. Fair. I agree with that, Mystic. Go up. Do that. Here. No, I'm gonna do you at the bottom for right now. That's how. Yeah. You can go up higher. You know, I think you going in C tier makes sense. There. And then our F tier folks. He's gonna hate. All right, this. I'm gonna try and get it. I did also put Clef in A, but Clef is good though. And Clef's like high A. And Nevermore's an S. I did move Nevermore to S though. Like originally it was just top 5. But I think this makes more sense. And now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, it just says Ginger Tommy. We're actually there's a hex bomb in the back, by the way. I like that. I have not read a zilch thing because what I'm going to do next Wednesday, or maybe next Tuesday if the weather doesn't cooperate, is I'm just going to sit down and record. I got music. Gerald and B tier. Yeah. I think that works because Lockwood's better. Who was Enchanter that screwed everyone up? Okay, so I think here's what we want. Make sure that scrolled and got everyone. Almost. Ooh. One. That's gonna do it. Live reading it, yeah. That's gonna do it for the tier list. I think, can we get it to where, yeah, that looks, you can make some thumbnails out of that. So I'm gonna stop this recording. I went on for quite a while, but it is a good video to have, and I'll bang it. Thanks for watching.